Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Gold Rush Season 14. Rick Ness seeks redemption. Gold Rush fans really missed Rick Ness in Season 13. However, he is back for Gold Rush Season 14. Moreover, he is back on the hit Discovery series seeking redemption. The fan favorite wants to pivot his life and career. What does he need to overcome to reach his goal of his version of the American dream? Most of all, will he be proud of himself again? Discovery reveals Rick Ness is back on Gold Rush to seek redemption. At the end of August, Discovery made a surprise announcement. According to the Food Critic, the network announced Gold Rush Season 14. In addition to announcing that Parker Schnabel and Tony Beets are back, they surprised fans by announcing that Rick Ness is returning. What did they say about the prodigal gold miner's return? After dropping off the radar for nearly 2 years and giving up mining, Rick Ness is on a mission to turn his life around, make millions and achieve his version of the American dream. But with no crew and very little money, Rick faces an uphill battle on his road to redemption, along with questions about what happened during his lost year. Rick's goal is quite massive. He wants to overhaul his life, make millions, and do it on his terms. But first, he has to get a crew. Also, he will need a boatload of money. Lastly, Discovery hints that fans may get some answers about missing out on Season 13. Where was Rick Ness during Season 13? Many fans of the Discovery series want to know where Rick Ness was during Gold Rush Season 13. What was shown in the series is that he suffered from SAD, seasonal affective disorder. This is especially common in places where there is little sun in the winter, or in the Arctic, where the days are long in the summer and mostly dark in the winter. In addition, Ness has admitted that he never fully got over his mother Judy's death back in March 2018. He went right from her death to gold mining. He never got the opportunity to mourn her. Worst of all, his crew didn't know what happened to him. He left them in a lurch, causing some bad feelings. Team Raleigh was looking for a paycheck. Instead, they had to scatter and find new work. Gold Rush star had roller coaster relationship with Lisa Marie. As if SAD was not challenging enough, Rick Ness had a complicated personal life. The gold miner and reality star had a roller coaster relationship with his former girlfriend turned fiancée turned ex, Les Marie. Lisa had been more than a girlfriend. She also worked in the gold room for Team Ness. However, that relationship is kaput. Now, Rick is determined to go after his version of the American dream. Most of all, he seems to want to be proud of himself once again. Will he achieve it? The Alaskan wilderness lay still, cloaked in the silvery whispers of the early morning mist. Each breath of the crisp, biting air was a reminder that this land was as unforgiving as it was beautiful. Yet for the prospectors of the 14th season of Gold Rush, this untamed wilderness held the promise of redemption, fortune, and a chance to rewrite their destinies. Among these driven souls was Rick Ness, a seasoned miner who had faced the brutal highs and crushing lows of the gold mining world. Season 14 was not just another chapter for him, it was a quest for redemption. Rick Ness had always been a fighter. With the rugged determination of a former football player, he had plunged into the world of gold mining with a tenacity that inspired his crew and captured the hearts of viewers. His journey had been marked by spectacular successes and humbling failures, each season a testament to his relentless pursuit of gold and glory. However, the previous season had been a stark reminder of the capricious nature of this pursuit. Equipment failures, financial setbacks, and the weight of leadership had taken their toll, leaving Rick at a crossroads. As the first rays of the sun pierced through the morning fog, Rick stood on a ridge overlooking the expansive Klondike Claim. This was his new territory, a place where fortunes could be made or lost in the blink of an eye. The land was raw, untouched, and teeming with potential. For Rick, it represented more than just a new start. It was a battleground where he would prove to himself and the world that he still had the grit to conquer the odds. The hum of machinery and the clatter of tools broke the silence as Rick's crew began their day. The team was a mix of familiar faces and new recruits, each bringing their own set of skills and stories. There was Big John, the mechanic with hands as skilled as they were grease-stained, who could coax life back into the most stubborn engines. Alongside him was Lisa, a geologist whose sharp intellect and meticulous methods promised to unearth the richest veins of gold. Then there was Jake, a young but fiercely determined driller, eager to prove his worth. Rick moved among them, his presence a blend of encouragement and authority. He knew that the success of this season depended on more than just his own determination. It hinged on the unity and resilience of his crew. They had to trust in each other and in the promise of the land beneath their feet. The shadow of past failures loomed large, but Rick had learned to draw strength from those experiences. Each setback was a lesson, each misstep a guidepost pointing him towards a better way. The first weeks were a whirlwind of activity. There were claims to be staked, equipment to be hauled, and endless ground to be tested. The rhythm of the work was grueling, but it was punctuated by moments of camaraderie and bursts of hope as glimmers of gold began to appear in the pans. The camp buzzed with a cautious optimism, each nugget a small victory in the larger war against the merciless terrain. Rick's nights were often spent poring over maps and geological reports, his mind a restless forge of strategies and contingencies. The weight of leadership bore heavily on him, but it was a burden he welcomed. He had come to understand that true redemption was not about erasing past failures, but about forging ahead in spite of them. It was about proving to himself that he had the resilience to keep moving forward, no matter how daunting the challenges. Midway through the season, the crew hit a significant pay streak. The discovery came after days of relentless drilling and meticulous analysis of the land's contours. The gold was richer and more abundant than they had dared to hope, and the mood in the camp shifted from cautious optimism to jubilant determination. It was a moment of triumph, a tangible reward for their hard work and perseverance. But the wilderness had its own plans, and it was not ready to relinquish its treasures without a fight. A fierce storm swept through the region, flooding the dig site and threatening to wash away their hard-won progress. The crew worked around the clock to salvage what they could, battling the elements with a tenacity that mirrored Rick's own indomitable spirit. The storm was a reminder that nature was the ultimate arbiter in this quest for gold, a force that could elevate or devastate with equal ease. As the storm clouds parted and the land began to dry, Rick stood before his crew, his voice steady and resolute. They had faced a trial by fire and emerged stronger, more united. The flood had set them back, but it had also revealed the depth of their commitment and the strength of their resolve. They were not just a team of miners, they were a brotherhood bound by a shared dream and a common purpose. The final weeks of the season were a blur of relentless effort and mounting anticipation. Each day brought them closer to their goal, each nugget of gold a testament to their perseverance. As the season drew to a close, the tally of their haul surpassed even Rick's most optimistic projections. It was a victory hard-won and deeply savored, a testament to the power of redemption and the enduring strength of the human spirit. For Rick Ness, Season 14 of Gold Rush was more than just a quest for gold. It was a journey of self-discovery and redemption, a proving ground where he confronted his past and forged a new path forward. As he stood on the ridge once more, looking out over the land that had tested and rewarded him in equal measure, he felt a deep sense of satisfaction. The gold was not just in the ground, it was in the lessons learned, the bonds forged, and the unwavering belief in the possibility of a new beginning.